We are going to edit an image. So we took a picture in the studio. Yay! Now we're in Photoshop and we're going to do some editing. So this is going to be step one, is just getting the image cropped down the way we want. So this will be a short video. We have to establish where the layers are. Now if you don't see this stuff over here, you go up to Window and we go down to Layers. So I just made it go away. Window, Layers. Welcome to Photoshop. Again, all we did was open up a file, and we brought this image in, and I'm going to now create our layers and whatnot. So over here, if I right click on it, I say duplicate layer. And I don't need to change the name, but we just always want to have a backup copy, because if something goes wrong, we can go back to the original. So I've got a backup copy right here. And I'm going to make another copy and duplicate layer again. This time I'm going to name it top, because this is going to be the top layer. Now the way you look at layers is you're looking down this way. So this one we can see, and then there's this one behind it and this one behind it. If the eyeball is deselected over here, that means you can't see the layer. So right here I'm not going to have this layer visible by going like that. But right now I want it visible. So next we need to edit this down. We want to cut off all the extra junk that we don't need. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to come down here, and I go right down to where his feet are, and I just want pure white all the way around. And then I go up to Image and Crop, and it cuts down all the layers simultaneously, and we have a nice pure white background so that we can float this image on top of whatever we want. And I can see there's a little bit of a goober here. That must be an imperfection on the paper. The other thing is we're going to delete this light stand behind here. We can get rid of that really easily. So, but right now we've resized the image, and we have made the layers that we need. The one other thing that we're going to have is to create text. So if I click on the text tool and I click anywhere and I type, I can then highlight the text, and up here at the top I have a bunch of different text options. Up here I'm going to go to 72 just so you can see the size, but watch this. If I drag, select on the text number here, and I'm scrolling with my scroll wheel, I can go whatever size I want. And there we go. And then I grab the tool. If you look at the tools over in the top left corner here, this tool right here is the move tool. And notice when I drag over here, it gives me a little instruction on how the tool works. Here's a rectangular marquee tool, and it's just a quick demo. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to click on this tool, and I'm going to move this around. And eventually this is going to be big enough, and it's going to be tucked right behind his head a little bit. But we're not going to work on that yet. But you'll notice that ruin is right here. If I drag this layer here, it would go behind. So we'll deal with that later. But here is what you need to have set up to begin watching the tutorial on how to remove the background. And so that's it. You're set up now. You've cropped. You've got your layers set up the way you need to. And now you're ready to watch the tutorial on how to remove the background.